Aloha. So I have the greatest news and the most priceless, transforming information of a lifetime for you. Fresh, right from the wave of instant change that I'm riding right next to you. You are about to be given the missing link that solves the mysteries of consciousness and the universe as it reveals the forces of energy that create, destroy, and operate everything. You're being handed the only provable key required to attain optimum health, happiness, unity, and sustainability, and ultimately determine the fate of the species and the planet. So please, slow down your entire pace and breathe slower, fuller, longer breaths so you can have optimum awareness and outcomes for everyone's benefit. You don't want to rush this one at all. The rush job is our core root problem, creating all illness and social problems, and the one-step solution is slowing down to be in the flow of the waves of change for optimum outcomes. You will see this priceless critical required information as the universal primary natural law of physics and nature that it is, since it is involved in everything, no exception. It is the law of everything. The law of approach-avoidance tension energy wave dynamics. Approach-avoidance tension is unavoidable as it runs the whole show, including every breath. It can be understood by a 6-year-old. As Einstein said, if you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. This will be simple common sense. As Nikola Tesla said, the day science studies non-physical phenomenon, it will make more progress in a decade than all of its centuries of existence. This is that day, my friends, if we slow down our rush job, obsession of trying to escape or eliminate the very tension required to run the universe, our consciousness, and every breath. And we cooperate with the laws of nature and those non-physical waves of tension that create, destroy, all life and physical matter. Then and only then will we be truly, rapidly progressing to optimum health and sustainability. So let's have the obvious, self-evident law of everything of approach-avoidance tension prove itself by simply directly observing it right here and now, starting with your breath. After all, the answer was blowing in the wind and our breath the whole time. As the approach-avoidance tension forces of energy are dancing, swirling, rising and falling like the tide, continuously, non-stop, as with every breath. So simply breathe slower, longer, fuller breaths, and notice that you're approaching and then avoiding another breath every time you inhale and exhale. Observe the changing tension and relaxation waves required for you to approach the hope of another breath and avoid your death one more time. Notice on the inhale as the tension waves rise, as the chest and diaphragm muscles tense to expand the chest to open up for the hope of another breath. And then on the exhale, the tension wave lowers and lets go as the wave of relaxation flows in. These seemingly opposing forces of tension and relaxation are actually cooperating as the ideal team to take us safely to the hope of another breath on this wave of instant change. You just saw the law of everything in action as tension and relaxation work together. Newton's third law of motion states that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. There is no relaxation without tension. Just as with Newton's third law, all of the specific laws of physics and nature are simply specific sub-laws and applications of the universal general law of everything. The action and reaction of Newton's third law in breathing is tension and relaxation. Little did you know that you're experiencing the law of everything of approach, avoidance, tension, energy, wave dynamics with the rise and fall of every breath as the waves of tension and relaxation energy change in a dynamic rhythm. Not only is the body working in rhythm between tension and relaxation, but so is the mind and our consciousness, awareness itself, as it helps the body safely approach and avoid every breath. The mind is the guardian or the gatekeeper as it observes and scans and assesses all of the people, places, things, or events to determine continuously what to approach or to avoid as a threat or an asset. The mind reads the vibrational waves of the sensory input waves from our five senses as it determines if the air we're breathing is safe and non-toxic. If it's safe, it tells the body to open the gates and increase the muscle tension, to let the lungs expand on the inhale for the hope of another breath. Once the hope of that breath is attained, the mind and body both relax with a sigh of relief, as we made it for another breath and beat death. Observe now your mind and body approach avoidance, tension, relaxation waves working as the ultimate cooperative team. First, the mind's tension relaxation wave of fear and hope screens the air, making sure it's healthy. When it determines it's safe, that nervous fear tension wave lowers and signals the muscle tension in the body to rise to get the hope of another breath. Once the hope wave level of the mind rises, it then signals the muscle tension to lower and to let go, triggering the relaxation wave to flow in. As you plainly see now, we inhale and exhale and approach and avoid each breath with cooperative, dynamically changing waves of approach avoidance, mind and body tension and relaxation, thanks to the law of everything. Feel free to breathe a big sigh of relief, knowing that there's a great hope for you and humanity to be empowered with this missing link of the law of everything, so we can master the link between our mind and body's approach avoidance, tension, relaxation waves in order to optimize everything humanly possible. You see, this is your master control operational system of the fight-or-flight stress response system. That is our radar, alarm, maintenance, and optimum performance system all in one. It's built to optimize our performance, and it's built by and operates on approach avoidance, tension, relaxation waves. I prefer to call it the approach avoidance stress relaxation response system, since that is what it is, and that's what it does. Fight or flight is just the most extreme example of approach avoidance in general, when we are under a life-death scenario requiring actual fighting or fleeing so that we don't die. But all the time we are approaching or avoiding in general. The stress and relaxation response are usually considered separately, once again missing the link in that they are connected in the stress relaxation response. So let's just breathe slowly in gratitude for a few breaths for these wonderful, changing, approach avoidance tension waves that power us, our consciousness, and the entire universe. Notice that they are in everything, as the clouds approach and collide to create thunderous flashes of lightning, the electricity in the sky, as the whirlpools, tornadoes, and black holes that overpower everything in their path with their extreme levels of approach avoidance tension waves, swirling at high frequencies and velocities. We can see them easily in the ocean's waves as the tide rises and falls with gravity's approach avoidance dance of tension with the moon. And it is plainly seen to create and destroy and continuously change as the ocean's waves approach and crash to the shore, to then smooth out and avoid and retreat as the cliffs are destroyed and the beaches created in the very same motion. So settle in to the simple self-evident reality of this dance of approach avoidance tension of the law of everything that states All energy is a dynamic flow of approach-avoidance tension waves operating in a cooperative relationship of continuously changing vibrational frequencies that can be complementary or opposing as they create, destroy, and power all physical and non-physical matter, events, and outcomes. Know that every thought, feeling, and action of our consciousness and awareness, and every force and event in nature, everything, involves this universal law of everything of approach-avoidance tension. You have now approached, seen, and felt the unavoidable approach-avoidance tension and the law of everything that powers us and everything, no exception. Now, we must simply apply common sense of our common sensory vibrational human experience and make it common as our civic duty. For the only problem facing society at the root of all obesity, mental, emotional, physical illness, multiple addictions, conflict, divorce, crime, war, and poor resource management is our distorted rush job and mismanagement of our approach avoidance, stress relaxation response. If we optimize how we operate by optimizing how much tension and relaxation cooperate in the mind and body and with each other, then and only then will we optimize how we cooperate for optimum health, unity, and sustainability. That is simple if-then logic and factual physics and common sense. We must take responsibility for our stress relaxation response system and stop the lies of falsely blaming the body, the past, or anything except our own distorted tension relaxation waves. I have used this simple law of everything to empower thousands before you with the instant change reality reset. If a 12-year-old girl can resolve her separation anxiety, multiple phobias, and chronic nail biting, as well as her depression, suicide ideation, and chronic pain she didn't even previously mention, in only an hour, you too can master your mind, body, health, and relationships by mastering your relationship with approach avoidance, tension, and relaxation. We can only transform our lives and our destiny as a species by transforming how we manage our fight or flight, approach avoidance, stress relaxation response system. Simply slow down, breathe in, reset. To optimize the relaxation amidst the tension waves, to make slower, more aware, healthy, and sustainable choices. As long as it isn't life or death, we have to take the time to do the instant change reality reset by simply taking slower, fuller, longer breaths and focus on the relaxation side of the tension relaxation wave on the exhale as we drop our shoulders, let down our guard, and trust that we are empowered. Slow down, breathe in, reset, relax. Breathe slow gratitude for simply another breath, noticing you're okay right now and built to be okay in the future with your wonderful stress relaxation response system. When we're breathing slowly in gratitude, we reset the distorted fear and tension reaction. It is scientifically proven that when in gratitude, we cannot be depressed, overly anxious, panicky, agitated, angry, or paranoid, because we are in gratitude. Always remember and never forget, we can instantly change and simply reset anytime, anywhere, by taking slower, longer, fuller breaths and focusing on the relaxation so that we slow down the rush job, engage in the one-step solution for optimum, aware, healthy, sustainable decisions for us and the children on the wave of instant change. Breathe. Slow. gratitude.